Welcome to Destination Kingston, mind of a city, heart of a town. I think the next 4 years in Kingston are going to be really exciting, and over this film we're going to be telling you a great deal about what's happening, what's been happening and what's going to happen.
Kingston's had a fantastic past, but it's going to have an even greater future. But there are two challenges that we have to face. The first of those you know about. That's to do with our budget.
In fact, if we look back over the last 4 years, we had to save about 20% of our budget. Over the next 4 years, it's about 24%. So looking at that overall, these are big numbers.
The second issue we face is probably one of the greatest issues that Kingston's faced for a great many years, and that's population growth. A 36% growth in population by 2050 is going to bring enormous challenges to the way the council operates.
We tackled the last 4 years with a good deal of imagination and energy.
And we're going to have to rise to that challenge and be innovative and different about the way we approach things.
What's exciting about the next 4 years is that we've got even bigger plans for how we can work with all our partners in Kingston to get the best results for Kingston. The thing about growth is it's already happening. London's grown by over 14% in the last 10 years, Kingston by about the same.
Growth will actually affect everything that people do within the council.
It's a big challenge, and how we face that is one of the biggest issues we're going to face over the next few years.
It's about actually all working together in terms of this time of change to deliver the growth agenda.
We want, as a council, to have a coordinated view towards it.
And a significant increase in new business activity in the borough, which will provide employment and attract even more people into Kingston.
In Kingston, we're really positive about growth, and we want to use growth to drive and shape the future to the benefit of our residents. And the great thing about Kingston Futures is it's attracted a huge amount of interest in Kingston and investment.
The Kingston Futures programme is designed to accelerate growth in the town and in the borough generally.
Kingston Futures and the regeneration agenda is more than just buildings and spaces and public realm.
It's about providing home choices, it's about providing choices of places to work so people don't need to commute so much, less strain on the transport system.
It's creating the environment to attract people in, to attract investors, to attract prosperity into the town centre.
We're going to use that in a way which is good for Kingston and draws in infrastructure investment.
2015 is going to be a really exciting year. Growth is very much on the agenda, and of course growth is really at the heart of what the Chamber is all about.
Kingston First role in that will be to encourage the businesses to see the opportunity in that and make sure that they are getting the best out of the growth strategy that's being presented.
And we're there to help businesses to start, develop and grow, so it's really key to our function.
It's important that we are able to work together and collaborate, and some of the most successful projects come from that partnership working.
There's some very big brands and very big shops in Kingston, so I knew having a business in Kingston, you know, if it was positioned properly, would hopefully do well.
And yeah, it makes the high street, or this corner of the high street, very different from the rest.
Businesses genuinely feel that Kingston First is a credible contributor to the success of the town, and boy do we have a successful town. We're one of the best in the country.
Of course, it's brilliant. It brings in money, doesn't it? Without money, no one's going to live, are they?
Kingston's been very proactive around addressing welfare reform, and we've taken an approach across all agencies in the borough and partners and services within the council. We've had a very successful proactive programme of engagement, which has meant that most households who've been affected by welfare reform, such as the benefit cap and social housing size criteria, have actually had any impact minimised, and in fact the work's been accredited by the Chartered Institute of Housing as good practice.
So we can be really clear about the number of families affected by the benefits cap, or the number of families affected by social size criteria, and we can then work with them so that we can give them the best insights into how they can deal with their situation. And because of that, we've had some really good results. In any survey we do of public opinion, one of the issues that always comes up is people want to feel safe in Kingston, and of course the great news is that Kingston is, on most measures, the safest borough in London.
It's obviously a very safe place as well. I think it's like the safest area for universities in London.
We've achieved outstanding reductions of crime. We've also got fantastic detection rates, which means these are the people that we charge, caution and send to court, which has been phenomenal over the last couple of years. And as I said, that is really due down to the partnership working that we have on this borough.
And of course we're dedicated to working with our partners, and particularly with the police, to keep Kingston that way and to do imaginative things like the Purple Flag scheme, which changes the whole feel and experience of Kingston after 9. We've made really big changes, but we're ambitious to see even more.
But obviously that is a policing challenge. So we do have a very strong licensing activity, again, partnership licensing activity. A lot of work has gone into that, and as a result of that, we have one of the biggest reductions in London around violence, what we call violence with injury. And the feedback that we get is that actually they're very proud of the police service they've got here and the partnership working relationship that we have on the borough. So yes, we are London's safest borough and we're very proud of that.
One of the great things about Kingston is the quality of life, and a huge part of that quality of life is the river, it's the green spaces.
From the all-in-one survey, residents are telling us of the importance of our open spaces and parks. So what we're looking to do is improve our parks and open spaces, to enhance them.
Our approach will be having parks with unique selling points, so that we don't try and put all our resources spread very thinly, but we target our resources into particular parks.
We will work in partnership to bring that funding in to improve the parks and open spaces through playgrounds, outdoor gyms, improved planting, many things that we can do.
I'm here today on the Cambridge estate because for me this symbolises some of that change we're going to have to bring about.
Over the past 12 months, we have completely redesigned the housing service from top to bottom with a view to making the service more customer focused and responsive.
And as they bring new people into the structure, they're keeping in mind the residents' views on what needs to be done. So there is a definite move towards more localism in Kingston.
Over the last year, we've spent a lot of time and put a lot of energy into really improving the way we engage with our residents, and that's not just our social housing tenants and leaseholders, but residents across the borough.
So we've created a single point of access. So what used to be 3 teams is now 1.
What we've been doing over the last 3 years now is our Better Homes programme, which is bringing all of our homes up to decent home standard.
We've recently achieved government funding of over £6 million to support the programme, and by 2017 we will have invested over £120 million in improving council homes in our borough.
We are embarking upon a housing regeneration programme, what we're calling our estate regeneration programme, which is to build more homes, better homes, but also to improve the infrastructure around our housing estates.
We've done a great deal here. We've put new windows in, we've put new bathrooms in, but there's an awful lot more we're going to have to do on this estate. We're going to have to fundamentally regenerate it, change the nature of it, bring more people into it, and really create homes that I and you can be proud of, that people from Kingston want to live in.